Got your mic on, Kev?
Yes.
Nice. Hey, this countdown timer, it's a video playing. I wonder if they can hear us. We'll ask them when we get on live. Make sure I got the right mic plugged in here. Nope, I don't. All right, here we go. Where's my DJI? Here. DJI Mic Mini. Got it. All right, we'll get rid of that. Could you hear us when that thing was playing? Because I didn't hear any noise, anybody. You guys can tell me. Let's see who we got tonight. Welcome in, Cindy and Christina James, right inside the house. Let's see. And then we got, let's see. Larry's in the house. Hello, Larry. And we got Joe. Joe's rolling in. Joe, what was for dinner tonight? I heard you and Carrie talking, and she said, "Oh, that sounds good," or something. But I'm sure it was good. Let's see. Cindy, we got Cindy already. And we got Denise in the house. Hello, Denise, lady family.
Chicken dumplings.
What's that?
Chicken and dumplings.
Chicken and dumplings. Yum. It's been a good, nice, cool rainy. It has been very nice here. Been rainy. Been about 64 degrees. Oh, you got 75. That's pretty warm down there. It's not going to be over probably 66 or 67 for the next 10 days or so, I think Kevin was reporting. Hello, Trudy. What does he say? Dallas, home of the Texas Ranger Hall of Fame. Absolutely. One riot, one Ranger. Old Western movies. Love it. Love it. Today would actually be a really good day to watch black and white movies. You know what I'm saying? It's dark. It's cool. It's rainy. Man, I could sit and watch black and white movies all day long on this kind of day. Let's see. Cindy, Joe. Teresa's in the house. Hello, Teresa. Could you hear us while the counter thing was playing? Because I noticed you weren't muted.
Joe said she can hear us.
Oh, yeah, cool. There we go. Hello, Starla. How we doing? Got a dozen pens done today, and I'll report I was playing with the fountain pen thing because I'm sort of ahead of the game a little bit here for franchise players. And I have two things that happened today. I completed this little stand I made. It's a 3D printed stand, and it's going to be for the parts of the pen. So you can put the body on this one here. Of course, there's the body. And you can put the cap on there, and you can put the section down there. And there's our beautiful purple, what's it called? Sangria purple section that holds the fountain pen parts. And this is just a test piece I was playing with. But I 3D printed this morning. It finally came out well. I did another one and reduced the thickness of the base. So I'm hoping that's going to come out cool. And that'll be super fun to watch and see how that goes. The other 3D printer has arrived. We got a Bamboo P1S. It's your typical, I think they call them FDM printers.
I do all heavy work.
It is the kind that does that little filament, multicolored filament kind of thing. This one here is printed on a resin printer, a little bit different process, and a little more accurate and smooth and all that kind of stuff because it layers it and cures the resin as it goes and all that kind of stuff. Pretty cool process. Pretty wild, actually, when you look at it. But that's pretty cool. But anyway, so I was doing, this is the cap. And for some reason, I was following the instructions on the video from Turner's Warehouse, and I think he used too big of a drill bit because when I take my body and I stick it together like this, it literally just goes together. You don't even screw it. Got to unscrew it a little bit to get it, but it literally just puts together. And I'm thinking, that is wrong. So he used a 31/64 drill bit with something else, and I played around with a couple of blanks and stuff like that. I came up with this combination. This is a, what size was that? 29/64 drill bit, and then tapped it out. and it works perfectly. Screws together like it's supposed to, and it stays together. So I'm going to go that route there. And just to show you, let's see, this here, that's the cap. This is the body. The body will screw down into here. And of course, these will all be trimmed. These are raw pieces for the fountain pens. So that'll go together like that. And I think I got to cut a few more threads into the body because it seems to get tight as it gets low. Or I got to get rid of some of those threads. Yeah, one or the other. But I'll adjust that. We'll make one of these later on tonight after we do a couple of diamond painting pens. But that goes in there. And of course, I will trim this down as I turn it on the lathe. And Turner's Warehouse has some really cool parts and pieces and tools and stuff like that. And let me show you this part here. So this will be the pen. And of course, this is the fountain pen part of the pen. And this goes down into here and then screws into a couple of threads down inside there. Boom. And now that is in. And then the cap would have gone over top of that down over to there. Of course, I haven't trimmed the purple piece down yet. And when the cap is on, you'll never see the personal piece. But all of the pens I'm going to do in 2025, which may be about a dozen, will be this purple sangria, which is really, really cool. So this cap will go over there. Of course, this one doesn't fit because I ruined it. So this whole thing is just now pieces for me to play with, but it'll cover that up and the nib will fit right up inside there. It's actually drilled to the right length and everything, but that'll go on top of that, and beautiful. And then you can, when you do all this kind of stuff, the other side of this nib up in there will have a cartridge with ink in it. So you'll be able to, write with a pen. And of course, Joe, this is not the extra fine. I've got those ordered for you. But this whole fountain pen technology is actually ancient, but it's very, very cool. So anyway, we'll do a little bit of this tonight. We'll probably make a body and maybe a cap tonight because those are the easier pieces. I'm still working on my expertise in doing the what do you call it? The section, which is the part that holds the nib. So pretty fun process and all that good kind of stuff. And then let me get over to the chat here in a second. I'm going to put those all down there. So we've been very productive today. Did a dozen pens before 1 p.m. And then I have been availing myself of some instruction time and playing time and experimenting time to learn how to do these fountain pen things. Okay. Let's come up here. We got Starla, and we got, let me make sure I'm not missing anybody at this point. Teresa, Joe, Leopard Leather. Where's Carrie's over in the living room saying hi to everybody. Tim has many new toys, laser engraver. We've had that for a while, I think, the laser cutter tool thing. And then we got the resin printer, which I've been playing with in the last couple of weeks and start getting used to it. And then we've got the 3D printer. It takes 2 weeks to build a 3-bedroom home. Are you talking about those 3D printed? Yeah, Shay's mom lives in one of those. Meeks. What's her name, Carrie? I forget her name, but yeah, and of course, again, they're printing with a very, very large 3D printer, and it prints with cement. So it's a whole different process. So to take 2 weeks to build a 3-bedroom home, then all they got to do is put the roof on it and finish it. That's actually really awesome. It's insulated well. It's pretty much airtight. It's structurally sound. I mean, there's a lot of good things to do that kind of stuff. Turn the comments on in chat. There we go.
Dad.
Yeah.
His mom is named Holly.
Oh, that's right. Holly Feeks. Her Holly Meeks. I forget her name. Holly. Yeah, Holly. She's a very nice lady. Met her once, I think. Yeah, Larry, having a good time. A lot of fun. Carrie's giving me direction to turn on the comments in the chat. Very nice. We stopped by on the way back from retreat. It was fascinating. It came with, yeah, isn't that cool, Joe? When I first saw that about 4 or 5 years ago, that Leonard subdivision that Holly lives in was one of the places that they were planning and playing. And man, I was blown away. I thought, wow, this is too cool.
Let's get one.
Yeah, they're pretty. They're not cheap. They're about as expensive as a regular home. But and you got to get used to what they look like on the inside, which I really like. But some people might not like that inside and outside kind of thing. And they'll make that better as time goes on. They'll get smoother. They'll get technology and stuff. But it is way cool stuff. Very cool. Let's see who's up tonight. We got somebody named Renee. Let me get some of my tools off the thing here. Now, here's a really good thing while we're doing this. So this is your typical diamond painting pen.
Christina
blank,
got her
very
pen.
Halloween looking. Looks like candy corn, right? This is a fountain pen blank. It's a little thinner. This is a 3/4 inch blank. This is a 7/8 inch blank. And it's much longer, as you can see. This is made by some guy in Orem, Utah, Hobble Creek Crafts. He does some incredible blanks. And so this thing we'll cut up. Not this one, because I got to save till I get good, because these are expensive blanks and they are amazing blanks. But anyway, we're going to play with this one tonight. Let's see what Miss Renee, she wants a 5.5. So we're going to cut this down a little bit. Yeah, Larry, I'm finally getting caught up to the point where I think I can still be a good guy and start experimenting with other things. Retirement's 1 or 2, maybe 3 years away. 5.5 if I go to 70, but I don't know if I want to go that far. Okay. 5.5. And I don't know which end to cut off, so I'm probably going to cut a little bit off both ends. Where is
Stephanie's here.
Hey, Stephanie. Where did my ruler go? I don't know where we're going to play this game again from last night. I'll go get one of my other rulers where I know exactly where it is. It looks just like my other ruler because they're very similar. Bought them at the same place called the Lobby of Hobbies. Oh, I don't have to take too much off. This is cool.
Ooh, fun, Starla. Fun times.
All right, let me get my marking pen here.
Do you have your tools by you now?
Oh yeah, all my tools are right here. I lost that one last night and it fell on the floor underneath my step stool. I don't know what the heck was going on, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, Mom caught the mail lady just in time, Stephanie.
I also received a wooden blank from a fellow named Caden Wilkinson on Facebook. He sells these crazy blanks. They're all stabilized and they all look amazing. Let me get this one wet and then we'll see what it looks like. All right, I just squirted water everywhere, but this is the blank that I just bought. It is amazing. The grain is going this way and all the chatoyance rays are going that way. Oh my goodness. Purple. The light is on. Let me wipe some of the water off. Carrie's producing from the living room. Too much water may make it shiny and not look very well. There we go. Turn off the light.
Turn off the light, Mom says.
The light is off.
Oh, hello, Caden.
Hey, Caden, how you doing? So there's a lot of things I could do with this. It is wood. I could cut it up into 4s, because if you look at a pen blank, the pen blank would go in here really well. In fact, let me grab a brass tube and I'll show you. So there's a lot of opportunities with this particular thing. I mean, a ton. Let's see. Let me grab a little tube here. So you can see that I could easily get 4 blanks out of this by resawing this down. And you could take some, because remember, this is a crochet handle needle, or a crochet handle blank tube. So you could, use that much. So part of this could be a palm placer. I mean, and it's stabilized. I mean, it is ready to go to do whatever we need to do. But that is just when I saw that online, I'm like, man, I want that sucker. That is too cool. Purple, green, blue, and it's big. And I do that like that and get 4 blanks out of that. And that really makes it efficient. But anyway, lovely, lovely stuff as we get some across the interwebs there. Now, let me also show you. So this Hobble Creek guy, he's quite amazing. Kev, make my screen big for a second, would you?
Okay.
These are a couple of his other blanks. This one here is called Moab Red Rock. This will be a fountain
looks like
pen.
Moab.
That'll be just amazing. And then this one called Jaded Rose. Sort of some kind of green blue with a dark blue, red, and white. It's just amazing. Anyway, gorgeous stuff that is available out there. All right, let's get serious here. We got this thing cut down to size. Let me get some holes drilled in it. I swear this one looks like candy corn. Yeah, Larry, so back to your comment there. Getting ready for retirement in a couple of years, so I got to get things in the house, and I got to figure out how to use them, and I got to figure out what I'm missing and what I don't have and what I do have. And you know how it goes. You never have everything you need the minute you want to do something. You got to get these little pieces and parts, and part of the process is me learning how to make a fountain pen and getting that process down and getting the tools in the house, because you need the tools. All right.
And starting tomorrow, I'll be starting my massive kit.
So, Caden, where you been keeping yourself, man? I hope you've been busy. Let's see. Stephanie Pike's in the house. Palm Placer. Oh, yeah. Let's see. 13 watch in a long time. Make sure. There's Caden. Yep. Excellent, Caden. Glad you're in the house here. Make sure we're not missing anybody. Stephanie, Joe, Larry, Stephanie, Carrie, Joe. Excellent. Have you got any cool resin molds lately? Not of the animal variety type, Sydney. Still pretty much have what I have. Hello, Jess. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. So we got 3 little videos up on the TikTok now. So you guys can go. Oh, we got 29 followers now. 21 more followers, and we can actually go live on TikTok.
Hello, Catherine.
Fun. Catherine's in the house. Fantastic. Let's see. Let me get back to where I'm supposed to be here. How you doing, Catherine? Oh, you've been working? That's good, Caden.
We figured that.
Okay. Let's see what this young lady wants. 5.5, rounded, 0.56, artist choice, best accents the blank. Well, that's what we do. Give it a shot at. Can we accent the blank?
And if anybody wants to know, I'll be starting my massive
Right.
kit tomorrow.
Here we go. Rounded. I got to do rounded. I got to come to the end here.
What's the Harry Potter?
We'll call this the candy corn blank.
If anyone wants to
I don't know
know,
about you guys, but I miss Shay on Sunday afternoons.
maybe I'll think about it tonight. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Does she not go live anymore? Maybe she's got to watch her 49ers.
All right, we're coming down to 0.56. Let's see where we're at. We're probably not far from there. Yep, 0.60. Getting close.
She's live on Wednesdays now.
Well, that is
Okay.
one smooth blank. 0.58. Getting close.
Maybe it's because Sunday is football. And all the pens Dad turned today have been buffed. Yeah, it definitely looks candy corn. Not my favorite candy.
You could be right, Catherine. I don't know. I didn't say she was wrong for not doing it. I just miss her. I 100% respect people's decisions because I'm not there.
Podcast I watch is called New Heights. Jason Kelsey of the Philadelphia Eagles hates candy corn, so I was like, ooh, at least I'm not alone. Speaking of which, I'm wearing a Philadelphia Eagles jersey today. What I'm wearing is Jalen Hurts, quarterback and Super Bowl MVP of the Eagles. Hello, Will. I didn't see you pop in. Looks like you just popped in.
All right, let's see how we're doing for a measurement here. We are down to 0.59, getting close.
Yeah. Yeah, I might go live. Maybe, I don't know. I'll think about it.
Boy, this is a whole lot of orange.
Chicken or onion
You can do
pizza.
just about
Interesting.
anything with this, and this is a very smooth cutting blank. I don't know who made it, but it is well mixed and even and smooth.
Ooh, that's cool, Will. Hmm. Jess says, shifty eyes, Wild Wednesday equals blank
I don't
enabling
know
by
about you,
Carrie.
but I think orange face would be awesome. Let's see, what do we got going on in the chat here? Everybody saying, hey. Yeah, missing Shay's lives. Hello, Joe. Hello, Larry. Let's see. Shay is live on Wednesday now. Yep, she is. Blank is perfectly candy colored corn. No doubt, candy corn colored. Just wish we had more white and yellow in it. It's just a lot of orange in the middle. And of course, Catherine loves orange. You know what? Hey, Will, how you doing? I like candy corn one time a year when it first comes out. I'll get 4 or 5 kernels, pop them in my mouth, and I'm done for the season. But I do like it. I just don't eat a lot of it. Let's see. Where is my divider? Here we go.
And Jess says, shifty eyes,
It's a
Wild
lot of
Wednesday.
color, so we need to do something a little fancy on here.
Jess says, Wild Wednesday equals blank enabling by Carrie.
Shifty eyes. Wild Wednesday equals blank enabling by Carrie. I love it. Tim, that begs for a candy wrapper. It's not too late. You're right, Jess. With these rounded ends, that might be pretty cool. I was trying to get all fancy on it.
Stephanie says, take a bag of candy corn and a bag of peanuts, put them in a bowl, mix them up. Tastes like a payday bar.
I was thinking of redesigning the diamond painting drill tray, but hasn't that been done about 1,000 times? I don't even know where to start to make it better. There's some really good ones out there.
Make it your own style, Dad.
All right, so candy wrapper. Let's find the middle again.
Payday bars are good. Oh, Trudy agrees with me. Eating candy corn. Yuck. But candy corn on a diamond
We
paint
come
pen.
out 7/8.
Very pretty. Very
This
putty.
part will be the part that
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
really
nice.
get cut much.
Putty.
Yui in there, and the rest of this will be slumped up out of there. Good job, Jess. Jess, the blank whisperer from afar.
My favorite candy bar is the Feastable candy bar. Thank you, Teresa. Yuck.
Candy corn is a big yuck. Hey, Joe, have you had the payday bar with the chocolate covering? Oh, no, that's not payday. That's Baby Ruth. No, that's not Baby Ruth. Which, yeah, payday's got that new chocolate covering on it. That one's pretty awesome. And I love a good salty and sweet bar myself.
Oh, yeah. Mom says Walmart used to get tons of candy corn and stuck it at the end of the season with 4 cases. Yeah, it's a nice display, especially on the end cap.
You know, on October 10th, there was a explosion in a Tennessee munitions factory. It's a place where they made explosives. I never heard about it till today. That's how little news I watch. Is that crazy? I thought it was new news. I said, hey, Carrie, look, some Tennessee plant explosion. Let's check it out. And then it was this dynamite factory, essentially. And they go, yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. I'm like, wow, where was I? Not watching the news, that's for sure. $16 people killed in that thing. Woo! That was a rough one.
Only news I watch is sports news.
Candy wrapper for the candy corn. All right, let's get the diaper in place. When did I go to Aspen? That was back in September, wasn't it? September. Yeah, we wanted to go live by October 6th, I think. So that was back a piece that I went to Aspen. Back in September, I think. Or
you guys were in, I know you guys were in
when
California.
did I go there, Kev?
I know second week in September, you guys went to California. You know that.
Yeah, Go Live was this past week. So it was 2 weeks before that. Yeah, I think it was September I was up there.
It must have been before your California trip. No, because you guys were in California on my last week at Walmart.
I need all the help I can get, Jess. All the help I can get. I've been having a fabulous time in the shop today. Got 12 blanks done by about 1 o'clock.
They're
Carrie
all
returned
buffed.
and showed her bright, shining face. And I said, "Oh, I'm motivated to do even more." So I went and had a little bite to eat and came back out and started playing with the fountain pen stuff, getting refamiliarized from the other day's efforts, and wanted to make a section out of the new purple thing. So we got that done. So it was a lot of fun.
Tootsie Pops. Good. Did you look to the center, Larry? How many looks to the center for you, Larry? My favorite Tootsie Pop is the chocolate. Mm-mm-mm.
Yep, Catherine. I knew Catherine would like these colors. Glad she showed up. She must have heard the orange through the atmosphere. It says something orange is happening at Leopard Leatherworks. I need to go.
Okay,
And we're
Dad.
glad you made it, Catherine.
If you think my Donald Duck kit had a lot of orange, my next kit has a lot of black.
What comment got deleted? There are certain words you might use, Caden, that makes it automatically deleted. YouTube's got that kind of filter thing, but I didn't delete anything. What did you say? Say it again. See, can't put a website in there. I know that. Can't use cuss words. But I don't know what happened. I was over here turning pins.
Christine asked him, well, I was like, you going on? I was like, I'm thinking about it.
That is one smooth blank, I'll tell you.
Because I told her I'm doing my big kit.
You know, there was some white deep down inside because if you look at this right here, it's a little bit of white now showing up down in here. So that's pretty cool. I didn't do it. Nah. Not worried. It could have been a YouTube automatic thing or who knows. But say it again, Caden, and we will read it. If we can catch it. I only look up and down once in a while I'm turning.
Joe says, I didn't do it.
Yeah. So let's go see. So Larry says, undoubtedly everyone has skipped my comment. What did Larry say? Larry. If I had those canvases, I would use it for a scroll saw pattern somehow.
Maybe because
Is that the one we missed? I don't know.
I think Caden said murder, so I think YouTube didn't like that. So
yeah, YouTube's got this thing somebody made it up and YouTube used it. There's 8,000 words or modifications of words or whatever that if you use, the comment just gets, not published. It just gets deleted, I guess. Because I don't have that thing turned on that says before somebody can post something, review the comments. I'm like, I ain't got time to do that. Somebody wants to say something, more power to them. Yeah, Caden was working. That's the last time. There was murdering. Oh, there was a murdering in your town. Wow, what happened? Up in Blackfoot?
I wonder if it's on HBO Max.
Oh, yeah, maybe you have to separate those words like you did. Who knows?
Where's Caden live? Blackfoot.
There's murders all over. Carrie and I were watching that Murdaugh dramatization. South Carolina lawyer gets himself in trouble big time.
I'll be in Idaho.
Some
Wow.
16-year-old. Oh, that's terrible. That is awful. Yeah, there's a lot of junk in the world, man, everywhere. No matter where you go. And what's funny is some makes the news and some doesn't. I don't know why.
Yeah. Speak of Idaho, I go there in 4 months, 3.5 months.
It's like that girl right before the 9/11 happened, Chandra Levy. That's all you heard on the news
Oh
was
yeah, I
Chandra
remember that kid.
Levy, and she was the girlfriend of this House of Representatives dude from California, Gary Condit. And then the minute 9/11 happened, you never heard of her again. They eventually found her body in Rock Creek Park, but
20 years later.
I don't know why she made the news before then. I don't know. Just somebody says we got to talk about it, I guess. I'd rather talk about fountain pens and diamond painting pens and all that fun stuff.
And sports.
Yeah, if you're over on TikTok, go find Leopard LW on TikTok, please, and follow us because we get to 50 and we can go live there too. We can go live everywhere.
And you need 100 followers for Instagram.
It is sad, Joe.
Yeah.
But I heard someone say a long time ago, probably 20, 25 years ago, that there are no new sins to be committed on the earth. They've all been committed. Now there's just variations of those sins, whatever they are, as egregious as they are, perpetuated by somebody else.
I'm also on TikTok if you guys want to follow me.
I don't remember who said that.
You
Boy,
guys
the
wanna
world does love some negative drama. Look at the flourishing of the, what do you call that stuff? True crime. My goodness. Never seen so much true crime in my life.
remember that episode of South Park, Dad?
Yeah. All right. This one's feeling pretty good right here.
Feeling good.
Of course, you start making fountain pens, you might lose half the crowd. Now, here's the cool thing about fountain pens. The same thing can actually be converted to a roller ball. So you can have a fountain pen that is also a roller ball, which many people do use.
Yeah. Guys, want to follow me on TikTok?
And yeah, Denise, we're thinking about that fella who found the fountain pen stuff down there that came into your shop. Going to get some crazy stuff here in the next few months. Right now, I'm just learning. Yeah, it's amazing, this fountain pen ink paper world, because there are pen shows all around the country. There we go. That is it, Jess. Candy wrapper on a candy corn.
That's Renee's pen, Dad.
What's that, Kev?
That's Renee's pen, not Jess.
I thought Jess recommended the candy corn thing, or the candy wrapper.
No. Well, it's Renee's pen, so.
I can't remember now. That was too long ago. It's at least, what, 10 minutes ago? It's too long ago. And I think Kevin's got all the pens buffed I did today, so Carrie will be packing those up soon, and out the door they go.
Out the door Monday. Yeah.
All right. And then Starla's new tap arrives tomorrow, so that'll be exciting. Okay, Miss Kate is next. She has one of these ones I did today on the mirrors. One of these little 3D printed scrolly deals.
Charlotte says, yippee!
Yep, it's coming. It's on its way.
And my cruise sunglasses arrive tomorrow.
All right, so this one's going to be 5 1/4. And it's already, it's about 5 and almost a half. So we'll cut just a little bit off on that end there. Take a little, essentially a slice of bread off there.
Slice of bread. And just let everybody know, our Disney cruise ship Disney Destiny has left Portugal on its way to Florida. Arrives next week here in Florida.
All right, let me cut some holes or drill some holes for some bushings.
Sweet Tooth. We'll have to look that up. See what it looks like. Usually, I've done only the big bang stuff like Harry Potter, Disney, Marvel.
All right, let me get some bushings in here. Now on this one here, in order to get the true center, I have to offset these bushings a little bit towards me, this direction here, because I got to cut all of that yellow backing off right there, because that's going to be wasted. It's just plastic, so that has to go away, and it's not pretty like the rest of the blank. All right, let's get this thing made round.
I have a long wish list on that Domino Club. All the Star Wars kits that came out, Sesame Street, SpongeBob. After this Goblet of Fire kit, Lion King's next. I don't know how far I'll get before the cruise. I'm gonna want to get a good chunk of it done. So I can I'll check that out. Sweet Tooth. Ooh, that's pretty colors. Pretty colors. Oh, I'm jealous, Katie. I just need 3 more. I just need the Harry versus Voldemort, Chamber of Secrets, and the Sorcerer's Stone. Then I'll have them all. The Sorcerer's Stone one has a lot of black too, because of the outer trim of the movie poster is black. So. Probably the next big Harry Potter movie poster I'll do is probably Order of Phoenix because doesn't have so much black, I believe. Right. Everyone wants to know.
Now we'll slow it down and see how well I did that. Perfect. See that? Just a little bit of yellow left
the
right
golden
there.
snitch.
That is
It's
perfect.
the sorting hat.
That tells
And
me just as we get round, there's a little flat right there, but just as we get round, all that yellow is gone.
oh, yep, I got those two to do too. I got 6 more to do than the whole set.
This one here, Jess, is one you're talking about. It's actually pretty cool looking. I usually do, let's see, baseball bat. If different ends are better, it's okay. Carrie, you got to tell me what that means. I don't know what that means. If different ends are better, it's okay. She gives me that instruction. It's like, oh, now I got to make a decision. Different ends of what?
Oh, we're gonna be using AB. Only AB in this kit.
Oh, they work fine. Yeah, they're good. Gotcha. I got you. Nope, that is perfectly good to go. Let me slow this down a little bit here. We're ripping along at rounding light speed.
Got it right here. My
Okay.
multiplier.
And what the instructions were from the customer was that if there's a better end that works better, then we could use that one. And that's mainly because of the 3D printing. But on this particular 3D printing, this has worked out well every single time I've done it. So no problem there. Let's see, how big we going here? We're going 0.56. I think I said that one.
Cool thing about these Harry Potter movie posters, they got the perforated line squares, so I can just pull one off.
And this is one of these blanks where you got to keep your knife moving so you don't heat up the plastic too much.
Don't heat up the plastic.
So up until about 3 days ago, I knew TikTok was out there, and I sort of knew what TikTok was. And we signed up for a TikTok channel like 2 years ago, literally September 3rd, 2023. All right, that is on the money right there. But I didn't know it really was. So last night I'm flipping through. Carrie and Kevin are laughing at me, trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing.
I was not laughing.
Because I'm amazed at how many tarot card readers are on there doing their lives. And these people got hundreds of watchers, viewers, people throwing money at them, getting a reading, whatever that means. But I looked at Carrie, I said, why so many tarot card readers? My goodness.
I was not laughing at you, dude.
Now there was one guy blowing glass, which I thought was way cool. So I'm sticking my toe into a little bit of TikTok. Figure out what it's about. Only because there's billions of users on there, and who doesn't like 3 or 4 more customers, right? A lot of diamond painters on there too, doing their lives on there. There's one lady called Stormy Creations or something. She was on there diamond painting with 2 of her buddies. I thought that's interesting. So I now have 2 days worth of spirit on TikTok.
Yeah.
I should master it another 2 or 3 days, right?
I might do a TikTok showing the Grand Hall at the Disney Destiny. Maybe that'll give me lots of views.
All right. So, and again, these 3D printed ones like this, the only thing I don't like is on the side, you get that elongated pattern that goes there. Nothing you can do about it. Just part of the beast. But this side looks fantastic. And that side looks fantastic. But you can't, when you get, a vertical print, that's about all you can do. Okay. This one I love the most is balls. What do we call those balls, Carrie? Sweet balls, gum balls. I forget. Here we go. 5 1/4 to the middle there.
Loch Ness, Mom says.
And that's almost 3/4. Here we go. Yeah, glass blowing is pretty awesome. I watched this guy. In fact, I bought a bowl from him on Twitch. He's like New Hampshire
Loch Ness, Mom says.
Loch Ness. There you go.
You weren't listening.
I used to do stained glass probably 20
20
years
years ago.
Got into it pretty heavy. Did some glass fusing. Made some bowls.
My brother Sean got into it too. He built
A lot of fun.
Pokemon
Really
character.
enjoyed that.
Sean made a Pokemon character.
Who knows? We get a bigger shop, we may get into glass fusing too.
So many crafts, so little time.
Get
Jess
one of the
says.
glass bowls I made. It was a candy bowl. And
Still have that?
still got it.
Crazy.
A lot of them for all the executives at a company I was at.
Yeah. Sean made
I was the
Portal.
COO, the chief operating officer, and I worked with the CEO, CMO, CFO, CTO, CIO, all them chief guys, and I made them all a bowl for Christmas.
I know Sean made a Pokemon character out of stained glass. I remember that, Mom.
Let's see. Saw on YouTube there was a guy used a wood burning tool and burned the pictures of the tarot cards in wood. Wow, that's a lot of burning. I watched this lady on another lady on Twitch. She's got like some kind of mud in her name, and she does all this pottery. A lot of it, and sells a lot of it too. Oh, that's feeling pretty nice. All right, so there's the pre-shot on that one. Looks great from the top and the bottom. Sort of cool on the sides, but not as sexy as it does on top with all the designs. And there's no way around that. It's just the way it works. Much better. Yeah, sometimes this plastic gets all heated up and melts. So you got to take care of that melty stuff. It gets all hard and crumbly. All right, blow her off. Let me clean up all the plastic here.
Kaden's moving in with his mom. I'm not ready to move my TP stash.
Stuff gets everywhere. Okay, let's get the diaper in place.
The hot pink diaper.
And now this takes a little bit extra sanding because of the plastic. You got to keep it cool. You got to even keep your sanding block rolling to smooth it all out because it builds up heat. And the heat melts the plastic, believe it or not. That's why I like the resin printed 3D blanks. That reminds me, what color complements gray? Caden is moving in with mom and not ready to move my DP stash. You got a lot of it, Caden? I imagine that is the deal, right? She going to give you a little room to set it up?
Probably not. Only 166.
What's 166?
Kits in his stash.
Grape purple. Yes, Carrie, I do remember we used to make those little cement round garden stained glass decor. That was fun stuff.
Can we give one to the Tanners?
I think we did one for Tanner's across the street, too.
I just said that.
But, man, diamond painting is like stained glass. You just keep collecting glass when you're a stained glass artist. You may not even use it. You just love looking at the glass, all the colors, the frit. Oh, my goodness. It's amazing. I had a lot of glass when I finally got out of it. I think pink and gray. Ooh. Oh, that's what these colors were. Burgundy, red, grape purple, maroon and gray, pink and gray. Oh, yeah. So something in that red family, that red, purple, light red, pink kind of world. Interesting. Because I got to pour some blanks, and I just didn't know what it would go with that gray.
Oh, his mom.
She diamond paints. Oh, bonus. She'd be all about that, Caden. How come your mom isn't in here watching? Heck, she's got to be young. You're a young guy, so she's probably in her 40s. That's 20 years younger than me. That's awesome.
Only.
I mean, I'm guessing you're a young guy.
Glitter goes with gray.
21, 2 kind of thing, maybe? I don't know. All I know is you look like a model. Every time I see your Facebook page, you're like modeling next to a car or with some other girl. And I'm like, man, that dude, he got the looks. The heck? I got shorted in that department. All I got was a bunch of brains.
I don't know about that, Dad.
$21. Yeah, it's a good guess. Good guess. Just getting rolling. Boy, I wish I were 21 now and Knowing what I know, or I wish I was 21 now, knowing what I know now. Of course, you're not allowed to do that because, you know, you'd score. And, you know, Caden, you just got to go through it all just like I did and figure it out. You'll do fine. Just the way it works. Everybody's got to go through it. Some never go through it. Some luckily, you know, get by and don't have to learn much and they're taken care of. And
Like me.
yeah, like Kevin. Although Kevin knows a lot. He's got the brains.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you got brains, Dad.
Silver glitter with gray. I'll show you the blank here in a second. I printed some up on the resin printer, and I want to pour some and get something made. And the resin that I was using was a gray resin, pure gray, really gray. That's feeling good.
Feeling good.
And it's feeling good. Do, 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 do.
So far, the Oklahoma City Thunder have won 2 games in a row. Both games in double overtime.
Yes, sir, Larry.
If it says maybe even black with gray and glitter.
Here it is.
Ooh, fancy.
I think it's a great design. You just got to live with the sides. That's all. The colors come out and make up the sides look good. It don't look bad. It just looks different from that part right there. It's very cool. I like it. I like these blanks. Actually was first afraid of these blanks because I thought, oh my goodness, so much plastic in there. But as I started turning them, I'm like, oh, they got this one figured out. This is cool. And I haven't had one of these fall apart like some other 3D printed blanks. So we've had pretty good success with these. So yeah, run over to Jacob and he'll hook you up.
And when I buck Jacob's pens, they come out blinging.
Now wait a minute. Why am I doing 4 Jess Russ's pens now when I have 12 to do tomorrow? Ooh, look at this one. We are definitely doing this one tonight. Man alive, Jess. This is a good blank. Good eye. So let me show you these 3D printed blanks I have.
The different order, Dad.
What's that?
The 12 is a different order for Jeff.
Ah, gotcha. Let me get rid of this here. So these are the 3D printed blanks I have, the resin ones.
Ooh.
This one is a herringbone like brick pattern. And the cool thing is they're all the way around. So like the pumpkins and the breast cancer ones and stuff, the designs don't get lost on the side. And here's a hex one I think are really cool. And they'll go down in these tubes right here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's too big. I have to shrink these a little bit and reprint them, but this is what they'll go down in. And this is also for making very long fountain pen blanks. We'll be doing that too. But those are some cool designs. Black, gray glitter. Yeah, black would look pretty good there. I think a hot pink would look amazing.
Black
Pink and gray. That was a suggestion.
That's Raiders.
What I am not is a color person. Carrie is the color person. Now these I do think these go in this other mold that I have. Oh, here we go. I have this one here, and these will go right down inside. So we'll put some resin in there, and the resin will go all through it, and we'll make 6 of those. I'm probably going to do, I think hot pink, right? Like fluorescent. I'm going to say this gingerly. Fluorescent hot freaking pink. That's got to be so hot. Those are so cool. So you fill these with about half of the hot pink, and then you put the 3D printed part down in, then you top it off and you vibrate a little bit. I got a little hand vibrator that will make sure all the bubbles get out, and then we'll pressurize them. But that'll be cool. But I have plenty of them. I think I did about 20 of them. Got lots of them in there, so we'll
Only 20.
be doing that up. Yeah, those are cool. Those are cool. We'll do that tomorrow. I'll have time tomorrow. That'll be fun. How about that wicked green color? Okay, so check this Jess Rust blank out. Worthless wood. And then he's got this black and silver and a little bit of glittery silver in there. This is going to be smoke your eyeballs awesome. Look at the burl and look at the chatoyance rays going in that direction with the grain going this way. Beautiful. Both sides. Oh, man, that is hot. Yeah, we're going to do these. Okay, let me get these drilled. These are all 5 1/4, and I think they're already 5 1/4. Yep, so I don't need to cut anything down. We just got to get some bushings in them. Yeah, Jess, you are both premieres tomorrow. So in a few days, you're going to get a lot of pens. Carrie, we may just have to mail them like 4 at a time so she can take her breath in between pens. Or in between pen shipments. Might be too much overload. We could be responsible for a heart attack. I don't think I want to do that. Jess, we may have to have you fax us your latest medical exams to understand that you're in great health. So before we send these to you, might be too much. And no, we are not HIPAA compliant. So, don't really send them. Well, this is a cool blank. That's going to be an interesting one. Sort of mostly ivory with, I guess I would call that rust orange red kind of thing, and gray, silver. I don't know. Check this one out. I don't know what that is, but that looks cool. That is very interesting. Can't wait to see what's on the inside of that one. Yeah, she got some lookers here. But we're going to go for this wooden one first because I want to see how that comes out.
All done. The sword it has very shiny. Maybe. Very shiny.
Yeah, I slept until 7 o'clock this morning. Got up, got cranking, still got 12 done before 1 p.m. And that was with a little bit of farting around and a snack in there.
I woke up around 5 a.m., buffed Steffi's pants, and went back to lay down and watch some YouTube.
Nice.
And then after
I think
that,
Carrie got up around 11, but she went to bed real late too. All right, here we go.
Cindy says it looks like fudge ripple ice cream.
Yeah.
Jess says, I can't take the credit for that hybrid. Dan picked the wood to match the colors.
Oh, no question. It's just one of his deals and that, but that particular piece of wood, wow. All right, let's make it round. See what we can do.
Yeah. The game 90s here, and then these will be the Star Wars. Look at this. All right, that my 21st canvas finished. 21 canvases this year.
All right, let's see the preview on this one. Oh,
I've
look at
only
that. Woo!
I only started 7 months ago.
Man, live. Burl through the middle, all the chatoyance on the sides. More burl on the top here.
Eyes already smoking, Jess says.
Okay, what are we doing for Jess here? We're doing baseball bat 0.54. She would like candy wrapper, my shell delight, or artist choice. Oh, candy wrapper on the red, orange, white stripes. Ah, that's that olive or that what's that color? Ivory. Worthless wood, Loch Ness, or artist choice. Loch Ness might not be bad on that one. But we're doing some baseball bat point. Oh, I forgot already. 0.54. Here we go.
Please show under leopard scope, Jess says. She said please. We will definitely do that for you, Jess. Because you said please. I started diamond paint 7 months ago. Exactly, I think. What the? Find out. Yes.
0.60. Getting close. 0.57. I love how Dan calls this design worthless wood because the burl is the most desired piece of wood in the tree if it's got it. Tongue in cheek, maybe. 'All right, let's see how we're doing on the measurement here. .54 on the money. Love it. All right, let's go to the other end. See how we can get in trouble down here. .58. Coming down. .55. We'll take a one more whisker off. All right, let's take a gander and see where we are. Still gorgeous wood everywhere. Hello, Rachel. Come out to 3/4. That looks like the better measurement. Let's erase that one right there. There we go. We don't want to get confused on the way in. Yeah, this is some worthless wood, I'll tell you. He must have been chuckling when he gave it that name. Now, I guess as far as building a home, this is worthless wood because you never build with burl because it's too weak. But you'll decorate all the other wood in the house with burl. Rolls Royce dashes, all burl. Right now they're using Malabar teak burl. They used to use Amboina burl, which is still readily available. All right, now we'll come and do a little bit of trimming with our sharp one. All right, all the fuzzy wood is trimmed off now. What's that, Kev? Nice. Kevin already buffed the pens we just did. Let's see what we got going on in the chat here. Tried looking on YouTube to see how to get that hard maple to take inks and dyes, but I haven't seen anything yet. Yeah, that's, you know what it is? It's probably going to be when you stabilize it. You got to pull all the air out and then let all that other stuff going in. Fudge ripple ice cream, yeah. Let's see. Yay, Kevin. If you're lurking, say hi. Lurking, but I know how to type a little bit. I'm late, but you're here. That's all that matters, Mom to Blake. Oh, you changed it. It's not Mamedo anywhere. It's Ma'am to Blake. Or was I reading that wrong? Oh, boy. Tim's in question again. Kev left the buffer rolling. Guess I'll wand over and turn that off. Does what need stabilized? I can't see the whole comment, Larry. So you might be saying, does this maple need stabilized? I would recommend it. Doesn't have to be, but I would recommend it. Maple's pretty hard. Unless it's punky or spalted, I wouldn't worry about stabilizing it, but there may be other people out there say everything needs stabilized. Because maple is pretty hard. If you mix it with resin, it may want to absorb a little bit of resin, but that's not a bad thing. So one way, Stephanie, that is probably the most common way for most stabilized wood is you use a container, usually see-through, doesn't have to be though, and you submerge all the wood and hold it down with a retainer in this fluid called stabilizing resin. And it usually is a couple of inches above the stabilizing resin from the top of the wood. And then what you do is you hook that to a vacuum pump, and over a period of probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 days, depending upon the wood, the vacuum pump pulls all of the air out of the wood. And then when you are done seeing air bubbles come up through the resin, then you know that all the air is removed from the wood. And then you let the atmospheric pressure air back into that container, no longer under a vacuum. And that provides a lot of weight pushing down on the resin. And of course, all of the wood that you're stabilizing is below the top level of the resin. So the only thing that can flow back into the wood is the resin. And essentially air pressure, regular atmospheric air pressure, pushes it in. And that usually takes just as long to accomplish as it did to pull all the air out of the wood. So it's probably a week or a week and a day process to stabilize a batch of wood. Now, when you're all done, and there's, and you'll watch all the fluid goes down because it's going into the wood. You take the wood out of that container now and you drip dry it because you want to save all that resin that wasn't absorbed into the wood. Put it back in the jug, and at the same time, by the way, you can add dye, and you can color the wood while you're stabilizing it. But then you take that, let it drip dry for a bit, save all that extra resin, and then you put the wood in a oven, 250 for a while. Usually doesn't take too long, just as long as it gets heat, so probably an hour or two. And then the heat is what stabilizes or what hardens the resin in the wood. So when you're done, you have wood that is void of air but full of resin. Yes. If you go to Jake Thompson, he's got a couple of videos on it. He's probably one of the leading authorities out there that's got a good video. There's many people doing it, so they're authorities too, but he's got a really good process explaining it. That'd be cool, Larry. That's probably well seasoned wood, that's for sure. It definitely is a process, and that's when I buy wood off there. I always say, yeah, spray woodworking. Yep, absolutely. And whenever I buy wood on there, the first thing I ask is it stabilized? And if it's not stabilized, I really don't want it. If it is stabilized and colored and all that kind of gorgeousness, then I'll pick it up. Like that chunk I was showing earlier. It's stabilized, it's dyed. It's just a gorgeous chunk of wood. Can't wait to use it on something. All right. Okay, now let's dry this. We're going to clean the wood off and dry it out. And all we're doing is just really getting all the sawdust out from sanding. All right, now because we put water on there, the outermost molecules of wood have absorbed the water, which is almost nothing, but we're going to dry it out now. Yes, ma'am. I could watch YouTube for hours. And every one of those people I watch, even if it's the same process, they got something different to say about it that the other person didn't say. So you're always learning something. Okay, now let's get some wax. And then we'll create some friction to get some heat. I have all the stabilizing equipment here and a couple of gallons of cactus juice. I just need time to take apart that workbench and set it up and go through the process of making it. And then I'll know how to do that besides just the knowledge of YouTube. And Turner's Warehouse one time had a video a couple of years ago of the guy who actually from Turntex who invented or who perfected the stabilizing resin. I don't think he invented it, but perfected it and sells a lot of it. And everybody recognizes cactus juice as the sort of go-to juice to stabilize wood. And he had that owner on there one time. And he talked about a whole bunch of aspects that nobody else talks about because he lives it every day. Always happy to help. Happy to help. Whoo, baby, baby. Oh my goodness. This is going to the Leopard scope. You've got to see this burl up close. So scrumptious. And look at those on that side right there, all those rays of chatoyance. Stress in the wood when it was blowing in the wind and growing. Too cool. Or maybe a big bear was climbing it. Maybe a giant bear was climbing the tree and stressed it out. Okay, let's slip over to the Leopard scope. First of all, really great colors. Look at the colors in this. Got that mica silver. I don't think that's glitter. I think that's just mica. And you got the black, and then I guess there's sort of like a silver or a gray in there too. All right, let's check this wood out. It's like we picked up a chunk of dust there. Look at that burl. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. You could almost see a face in there. Oh, there is a face. Look right above where that reflection is. There's a face of somebody looking to the left. and he's looking at the little kid yelling just to the right of him. Oh, that is too cool. You'd never see that if you weren't looking in the leopard scope. You can always find stuff in these. It's crazy. Look at that. That is, oh, so gorgeous. Telling you that black and gray and shiny silver, that was perfect for this. Now look at that chatoyance in there. You can see as I go back and forth how it reflects the light differently. Yeah. Loch Ness was a good one for this. I wanted to do something to not dig into the wood, but show the wood. Man alive. I love wood. Oh my goodness. And there's the end. Just beautiful piece of wood. Really, I mean, there's so much of it. Yes, Jess, I agree. It does look incredible. You are welcome. Okay, this one here is this white, black, gold? Yeah, this is white, black, gold. This might be a My Shell Delight, she thinks. Red, orange, white swirls cocoon. Okay, that's that one there. And then we've got these heart-shaped mold from Mr. Rapture Resin. All right, let's do this one here. I'll switch the camera in just a second. You are so welcome. Thank you for letting me play. That's the funnest part, is I get to play. So tomorrow I'll be pouring some colors because I've got a client who would like an ink pen, but they want it done with a very unique type of pride flag colors. And it's going to be, I'm pretty excited about the challenge of doing what I have to do, but it's going to look pretty wild. I'm going to pour some colors tomorrow, and then we'll do some stuff with those colors. But when I get all done, we'll definitely unveil that because it might be a new technique. And someone who may be watching, and that wonderful person that knows this person, turned me on to the design of that blank. So it'll be neat to recreate. I think I looked at that picture of that blank for 15 minutes to try to figure out how they had put that together. And I think I figured it out. We'll know within a week whether I figured it out or not. And the cool thing is I'm going to be making many more. So there'll be a number of these. And I would say not pride flag, but pride flag colors influence. You know, stick with that Roy G. Biv kind of thing. Has anybody heard of ebonite? Ebonite. Ebonite is a, let me see if I can find. I found out about it a little while ago. But look at now, ebonite is a process of vulcanizing rubber. So it's really, really hard. And they use it in some very expensive pens. Let me share this screen here while we're taking a break from turning. These are what the pens look like when they're done. These are fountain pens, of course. But look at that design and the colors. And it mixes a little bit like resin and a little bit not like resin. Look at that. And you can buy a rod of this and cut it as long as you need, but they come in 1 meter rods. So a little over 3 feet. These are just a couple of straight up colors. That's some wild looking colors there. Look at those green, red, yellow with the black swirling in there. Too cool. There's a pink, a darker pink. Ooh. I ordered some. They're going to be coming in soon. They do make them in all kind of colors, but not cheap. The guy that I'm hooked up to now is in India. He actually lives down near where I have a couple of friends living that I work with. But there's all the different flavors he's got. So ebonite. Very cool stuff. Turns very nicely, they say. Turns very nice. Yeah, you got it, Larry. Good night, Stephanie. Have a good evening. Thanks for swinging by. Okay, let's get some more baseball bats going here. Larry, you are hooked into all the good stuff, buddy. I need to pick your brain and learn from you. But I saw Reese from Reese's Pieces working on some ebonite, and I had to go figure out where I could get it, what it was made out of, and man, that opened up a whole new world of cool stuff. All right, let's see how we're doing here. 0.54 we're heading towards. We got 0.59. I did some AI searches. I guess all I had to do was ask Larry. Larry knows. Okay, 0.55, 0.54 and a half. We'll leave that there because sand will take it down right where we need it. There's no question, Larry. A lot of gorgeousness in the world of color and materials. Point 0.59. Beautiful. Hey, we do want to get to a little bit of fountain pen making tonight. We're not going to make a whole fountain pen, but we're going to maybe at least make a cap or a body. And let me tell you, Larry, I bought just about everything Turner's Warehouse offers in their hitless pen department. So we got some toys, Larry. Faux show. All right, now Jess is thinking my shell delight on this one, and that is going to be, let's map that out here. Let's find the middle. There's the middle. So my shell delight has sort of a scoop in the middle. And I think we could probably get out there to about 5/8 on either side. And then we will do a, what do you call it? The donuts on the end or whatever you call that. I don't know what to call it. The lifesavers or whatever you call them. All right, we're going the right speed. Let's get out our donut maker. All right, we're looking good. Let's get us some ends carved in here. We are gearing up for the next 24-hour live, day after Thanksgiving. We'll call it the Black Leopard Friday. I'm hoping as we dig down in here, we see a little bit of that gold reappear. Oh, yeah, we had some come out. Very nice. Looks like butterscotch at this point. It's got that brown goldness to it. Ooh, that feels smooth. Love it. You know, this also almost looks like a scroll rolled up on its things that hold the scroll together. You know what I'm saying? That looks pretty cool. Never noticed that till just now. Looks like a scroll in the middle. Hear ye, hear ye. Where'd that go? That blew all the way back there. Dang it. What's up, Kev? No, I'm excited for the Destiny.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, Kevin's sort of excited for the Destiny.
I'm buying it. Very first one.
Should do a neighborhood vlog. Walk around the neighborhood with the camera, get used to it, and
Yeah, so
talk about stuff.
anyone wants to see the vlogs, Jeff Dog's Epic Life.
Kev Dog's Epic Life.
DAWGG.
DAWGG. That's dog. I think almost time to replace my rag. It's getting pretty impregnated with all this plastic, so have to wash it or something. You know, Larry, there's a lot of information out there on YouTube. That is for sure. And the Google. I'm using Chat GPT pretty heavy now. A lot every day. Beautiful. Look at that thing. Man, it almost looks like porcelain. And I think there's a little bit of sparkle in that ivory or that white. Yeah, there's some kind of white glitter in there that's sparkling. Very nice. All right, let me get these bushings out. Put those down in there. We'll put the other one blanks in there. Put the instructions in there. We'll put it back in the box. Oh, Joe's next after Jess. Very nice. Hang on there, Joe. Might be tomorrow night. We'll do some of yours. Okay, so I got to pick a blank here. We'll at least make a cap tonight. Let's see. Let me pick a blank out here. This looks pretty cool. So this is the blank we'll play with tonight. Layers of purple with this mother of pearl prismatic kind of thing going on. Now, what I need to do is cut it up into 3 pieces right now, and I'll do that on the bandsaw. Let me bring up my document just to make sure I get all of the measurements correct. Okay, here we go. So we got to make them in body about 3.8 inches long. So let me grab this blank here. It will make that 4 inches long because, we're just rounding up a little bit. And the section is going to be 1.5 inches long. 1.4 to be exact, but who's counting? And then the cap will be 2.6 inches, up to 2.6 inches long. So I've just marked up the blank, and this is what it looks like now. So this will be our body, this will be our section, this will be our cap. Let me go over and cut that up. All right. So there are our 3 sections, and we're going to make the cap. We will start with the cap. And get that mostly out of the way. And Larry, I got myself a chuckless or a keyless chuck. Very excited to use this thing, I'll tell you. All right, now we've got to get our collet on the other end with our blank in it. I'm sure most people know what a collet is, but this is a collet, or this is the collet here, and this is just the big holder. And this goes down into there. It's a little bit large, so we're going to unscrew that a little bit, get us a little more room. I think the blank is a little fat at the bottom. There we go. Like that. And this is going to go on here. And the reason that we have this collet is it holds this blank extremely steady. Still here now? Be here tomorrow. You betcha, Joe. You betcha. Okay, now we're going to drill, and we're going to drill probably, oh, you know what I should have done? Because now I can't see it. We need to mark where we're going to be drilling to. So we want to leave a little bit room at the top, not putting a clip on this, but we're going to leave a little room at the top. Where's my marker at? Here we go. We'll leave a few millimeters up at the top. And if I measure that, that is going to be That is going to be 2.35 inches deep. So we will get our, it's that deep, and we will get our drill bits marked appropriately. There we go. Okay, that's going to hold that really good. Now we're going to drill this in succession because I don't want to put the giant drill bit in there real fast. So we're going to take this one here, and we're going to drill out the center. Okay, we're going to go that far. Let me get my marker. We'll go that far in with this particular drill bit. Okay. Let me back this off to where we can start. Come up forward, lock it in, on. Let's slow this down a little bit. Let me turn the blower on, get all this stuff sucked up. Right to that point right there, we'll back it right out. We'll clean it off, and we'll put a larger drill bit in there. Clamp it down. Here we go. And this goes in a lot faster because, quite frankly, most of what it's trying to drill is already gone. Let me get this measured up here. Got to know how deep to go, right? Here we go. That one's done. And now we'll go for the big one. This is 29/64. Let me measure, see how far we're going here. And this makes a much nicer cut because it does, this particular drill bit here doesn't have to work all that hard. Probably can't see it moving too much, but it is moving. There we go. Now, we're going to turn that off. Turn the big blower off. We'll take this keyless chuck out. And now we're going to put, what do they call this, Larry? This thing that slides back and forth? Holds the tap and dies. Forget what they call it. But before we go there, I want to get this up here and I want to chamfer the inside of that hole there. And I'm going to square off the hole there. Nice and squared off, and then we will chamfer the inside edge a little bit. Beautiful. Just to take that sharp edge off there so that it does nice when you put the lid on it. Okay, that'll go off. Let me blow all that out. Most of it looks like it's out. Okay, now, this is our tap. It's sort of loose in here. It's not supposed to be held real rigidly so that we can adjust it and get it to catch that thread real nice. And I'm going to put a little bit of oil on it here. This is called Tap Magic. I think you can get it at Harbor Freight. And then we're going to tap this in. See those little curly cues coming off there? That is our threads being cut. So you go in a little bit, come back out a little bit, just work it all in. We'll put this in the ultrasonic sink when we're done to get all the dust out of the threads. And this is the thing that will screw onto the body. When we make the body. Got a lot of junk in there, but let me pop this out. And we'll go to the Leopards scope. There's a couple little thready things in there I got to pull off just to be professional. There we go. All right, let's go to the Leopard scope here. This will be fun. I just call it a tap holder. Yeah, they call it some little slidey thing. I can't remember, Larry. I'm still new to this whole deal. Tap chuck. Yeah, it could be. Okay, so if we look down inside here, we have cut some threads. It's a triple start thread, and that's what you'll thread the body to. It's chamfered nice on the inside, so it looks really sharp. There we go. So that is a cap. Now, let me go back to the main one here. I'll show you what we'll do next to this cap once we're done with the whole pen, which is what I got to do with the other pen I made as well. Let's see. I got some mandrels here. And that was an M13 mandrel. M10, 15, 11, 9. 13 is always the last one you look at, right? Now what we'll do is when we want to finish the pen, we will take this and we will put it down there. I got to drill that out further, I think. Yeah, to go onto there. But this will slide down here, attached to these threads right here, and then we'll use this as a guide to finish the pen and cut it down. There we go. Pretty cool. Anyway, that is a cap. All right. That was very exciting. All right. And that was fun. See, it's only 20 minutes roughly, or 15 minutes to make a cap. So that'll be a lot of fun. We will come back tomorrow night and we will make the body. That'll go pretty quickly as well. And then we'll come back and make the section, which took me about an hour today. Should probably take me 40 minutes tomorrow. And by the time I get real good at it, it'll probably just take me about 15 minutes or 10 minutes or so once I know all the steps and are really good at changing the tools around and all that kind of stuff. So this thing here, pretty cool tool. It slides back and forth and keeps it really precision. So it's really nice. All right. That's a lot of fun. Lots of fun. Yeah, so this has been fun this evening, and we will have some more fun tomorrow night. Watch for the premieres during the day. Everybody have a fabulous evening. We hope to see you here tomorrow night, all nice and healthy and happy. And we will see you then. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye-bye.